Hi, so what I'm going to show you now is how to finish a mala with finishing it with a tassel that comes in your mala kit. Um, and so the first thing I do after the mala is strung is I will take my pliers and I'll actually stretch out the two end sections of cord because they tend to get kinked up when you're stringing. This is nylon, so it will spring back and stretch out. So I've stretched out these two end cords. I can take my guru bead. In this case, it's white metal ohm imprinted 3-hole guru bead. This guru bead is 13 millimeters. Pass the cord puller through the side hole, down through the through hole, the bottom hole. This is the single hole. Stick the cord through, pull it through. Repeat on the other side. Grab the cord end, pass it through, and it just will pull right through. And these metal guru beads have large holes, so there's no issue with the cord getting bound up. All right, so take the cord puller and the cap and feed the cord through one side and then the other side. All right, it's through. So they're both through now. Take the mala. Make sure it's, decently tight. You don't want to make it too tight, but, pull the cord so it's decently tight. Set the guru bead down with the cord splayed out on either side. Take my tassel kit. The tassel will come tied together with this little bit of cord here. You see it right there. It just holds it together. I will take that off. We don't need it. I place the tassel down in between the two pieces of cord. At this point, all I do is I tie a square knot. Again, not super tight as you want your mala to be. Some people like a lot of play between the beads. I tie them decently tight, not super tight. They will loosen up over time. So it's a square knot, right down. You can see it. So I take my scissors and I snip the ends. I leave a little bit of cord on there. What I'm going to do now, take my dollar store lighter. I'm going to melt down these cord tips, smash them in, melt down the cord tip, smash it in. So now the tassel is basically attached to the mala. What we need to do is we need to wrap the end. What comes with the kit is a loose piece of cord that you can do this with. Typically what I do though, instead of using this, I will use an actual piece of cord that's left over from tying the mala. In this case, I'm going to use a piece of black cord because it'll show it better on the red. Right, so I take my cord, I'll stretch it out, make sure it's nice and taut, and then I'll just form a simple overhand loop, just like that. See, it's just overhand loop. And I will lay that onto the tassel. So the loop side is towards the tips of the tassel. The long side and the short side are both down here towards the guru bead. Hold it in place. I take the long side and I start to wrap it like this. Nice and tight. Sort of like a noose. You just start working your way up the body of the tassel. You see, the short end is still, it's captured now by what I'm wrapping. And the loop side is still up here. So basically, I'm just wrapping nice and tight. I pull it tight each time I come around. Pull tight, wrap, pull tight, wrap, pull tight, wrap, pull tight. Get to the point where I think it's long enough for my purposes, which I think it is, right there. Take the long end, pass it through this loop, just like this. Grab hold of the short end. When I pull the short end, it's going to snug this loop down. It captures that cord that you were just wrapping with. Give it another little tug to make sure it's not looped up on itself. Take my pliers and I pull it all into the body of the knot. So it's thoroughly jammed in there now. It's not going to come out. I can snip with my scissors. Snip. You don't have to burn these down. It's not going anywhere, but if you have a lighter, just melt that tip down a little bit. Melt this tip down a little bit. I'll take scissors, trim off the ends. And just like that, the tassel is now attached to your mala. You see, there's a little bit of space, a little bit of play between the beads. You can make it super, super tight if you want, but that's it. That's how you do a tassel.